Welcome to the Intern Whisperer Live, the show all about internships and how to excel and do well. This is Abby.
Reminder, listeners, adjust the volume there. Reminder, listeners, you can call us live on the air. The phone number is 407-582-2906. You can also chat with us online through Intern Pursuit's Facebook Live chat. So, coming up in this week's episode of the Intern Whisper Live, it's the end of the semester. If you are looking for an internship, be sure to sign up on Intern Pursuit or contact me, Isabella, at internpursuit.tech. We have new hosts on the show. We have lots of new faces and talent in here. I'm going to introduce them in just a minute. We have concert tickets to give away, and we have a contest, and we're going to be talking about student loans and new HR benefits. So let me introduce them real quick. So Jonathan, go ahead, give a little shout out.
This is Jonathan Davila. Nice to be here.
Yep. Where are you from? What's your major?
I'm a human communications major at the University of Central Florida, and I'm technically a senior right now.
So. Okay. Melanie, you're up.
Well, I'm also a student at UCF, and I'm majoring in journalism. I came here because I want to learn more about the radio side since I have more of a background with print.
Cool. Corey.
My name is Corey V. Perry, and I go to Valencia College, and I'm going for post-production, but major is going to be motion graphics.
And Abby, you are officially no longer an intern.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yay. You had to run the gauntlet tonight, so you are associate producer.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you've earned it for tonight and moving forward.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, so change it on change it on LinkedIn, and change it on your resume.
Will do.
Yeah. Okay. So, social plugs. Jonathan, lead us in.
Well, you can follow our Intern Pursuit on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter at Intern Pursuit, Instagram, YouTube, and you can also join our Intern Pursuit game Facebook page, as well as our Intern Pursuit game Twitter. You can listen live at mixlr.com/Valencia College Radio. And you can also watch our Facebook Live at Intern Pursuit /Facebook.com/Intern Pursuit. You can all call us live on air. The phone number is 407-582-2906. You can also chat with us online through Intern Pursuit's Facebook live chat.
We have somebody that's already joined. Hello, Annie. We know who that is.
That is my grandmother. She is our biggest fan.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes,
She's
she
back in
is.
Puerto Rico, and she always tunes in.
Hola.
So we love you. Okay. Yep. Okay, so Mel, go ahead and give our first patron some love.
Pixel Crawler is a suite of tools that audits, monitors, and historically tracks the pixels implemented on your website. There are strong dependencies built on the consistency and accuracy of the data collected by tracking pixels, and Pixel Crawler will help you ensure all data is being collected as intended. Their website is pixelcrawler.com. Thank you, Pixel Crawler, for being a patron of the Intern Whisperer.
Woo.
So, intern pursuit news. Well, everybody got to meet you guys, so that's super cool. This is the new faces and voices of Intern Pursuit here in the studio. And what's super cool is that Corey is going to be doing some outtake videos and some behind the scenes. So we're going to use those as teasers to put them out there. Hopefully that's where Abby's going to shift over into the film world. So that's exciting. And if there's any students that want to join our startup team and be an Intern Pursuit student influencer, brand ambassador, contact us, or any of these great people in the room with us. That would be good. You can go to internpursuit.tech/careers and go find the job descriptions there. And even if you don't see your job description, reach out anyway. We're inviting employers of all types and sizes to be a part of our early adopter beta program. We are testing. It looks like we're ready here pretty soon to open it up to more clients, employers coming on board. New employer patrons for Intern Pursuit. We just recognized one of them, Pixel Crawler, and then we're also going to have artistry.io. And then we have concert tickets to give away, people. So if you want to win 2 tickets, you can post a comment on our Facebook or Instagram page. And we already have, Annie, well, that was us. I'm replying back to Annie. Yeah, good. Hey, Annie, if you want to win tickets, you can win the tickets, but I will tell you it is rated R, just so you know, for the concert. It is Monday, May 11th at the Social, and the doors open at 6. But to get those tickets, you have to go and write a comment, something that you liked about our show tonight. Use the hashtag financial student loans, hashtag student, hashtag loans, and you will be able to win the tickets. So something you liked about the show, and hashtag student, hashtag loans. There's tickets we're giving away on the 15th and then also on the 18th. So people, you want to be able to follow along. Welcoming our new associate producers, like I said, Melanie Alvarez, Jonathan Davila, and also Corey Perry, who's going to be doing video production with us and promotion of Abby. Way to go, Abby. So tonight's topic is all about the benefits of offering a student loan payment program in your business. So employers, you want to be able to see that you can increase your employee retention and engagement. This would be a great thing, because the sad thing is college tuition is bigger. It's causing a strain on the bank account, and recent graduates know this all too well. I know I do. I have a student loan, and it's like 2 degrees, so it would be nice. Student loan debt has escalated to new heights. There's 44 million people owing more than 1.5 trillion.
Wow.
That's a lot of zeros. Mm-hmm. That adds up to a lot of also avocado toast for those millennials and Gen Zs. So let's talk about this. So let's go ahead and kick off the conversation. Mel.
Okay.
You're going to have to speak up. Yeah, you're going to have to get really close to the mic so people can hear you too.
I'm going to scoot back a little bit so she can be in the frame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're sharing a mic here. We're trying our best.
It's a big crowd in here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's intimate.
Employers can use this burden to their advantage to attract and retain millennial and Gen Z talent with a benefit far less traditional than health insurance or vacation days: student loan matching.
As reported by the Society for Human Resource Management, the IRS now allows an employer to offer a student loan benefit program under which it would be special 401k contributions into the accounts of employees who are making student loans repayments. That way, the recent grads doesn't have to choose between saving for the future or erasing the debt of the past. This allows them to do both.
So what's really cool about that is when you get a job with an employer and you've thought about, okay, I'm going to have money and put it into a 401k. Do you guys all know what that is? It's an you do.
Yes.
Yeah. And if you don't, that's okay to say you don't, but a 401k allows you to take money and plan for the future and invest it in some type of stocks, annuities, bonds, things of that sort. Mm-hmm. Now, that's earning interest for you. It's put in either a high risk or a high yield type of financial opportunity, and then you go ahead and let that stay in place, and it again accrues money for you. Now, there's an option. Instead of just doing 401k, you can also have an employer that is very progressive and wants to help you pay off your student loan. If they did a match and you're making a payment of $200 a month, you could have $400 going towards your student loan. Think of how fast that could help you retire your student loan. That's like huge, right?
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
You'd want to stay with that employer for a long time, right? Because you don't want to leave that person. At least stay however long it takes to get rid of the student loan. Yep. Anyway,
Which
so
can take a while.
Yeah.
It's a lot of zeros.
So, Abby, the next point that we have, go ahead and weigh in for us.
All right. The idea is relatively new, with only 4% of employers offering such benefits, a mere 1% increase from 2015. However, with employers increasingly concerned with the lack of retirement savings by young workers, 95 of millennials per National Institute on Retirement Security study, it is likely to gain popularity.
Yeah, because how many of you would really want to stay with an employer that was offering you that as an incentive? Let's just take a little poll in the room. How many of you would say yes? You would stay with an employer. Mel?
Yeah, I'd definitely stay with the employer. At least consider it more. It'd make me hesitate before.
Yeah,
jumping ship, right?
It make me think about it before I even try.
I like the idea. I like the option that the I like that option that they offer you that benefit. So
Yeah.
I would consider it, and I don't know. I would consider building a career with that employer if necessary. You know, maybe gain something back other than just paying my student loan.
Yeah. Normally, and this is the real benefit is many times when we take jobs, we take it for money, but there's also the benefit side. Sometimes it's about the ability to have flexible work schedules, right? Being able to travel, work remotely. Sometimes it's about, gosh, do they offer health insurance? Not only to just you, but maybe to your spouse, to kids. None of you guys have that, but you know, someday you may have that, you know, a spouse and kids. So that's a really great benefit. But to be able to know that you have something that's taking care of a student loan, because student loans can be 10 years or more. So that's the longevity that you have to think about. Would you want to stay married to that employer for a long time? Because it's not just money, it's not just benefits. It can also be about promotion within the company. What can you do that's going to help you move up that ladder, leadership ladder, things of that nature. So it's all good stuff to consider when you're looking at a potential employer to work with. So, HR professionals and business owners, there are 3 items to consider first before adopting this as a perk for your company. And this is really important because we're taking our show where some of our topics are always half and half. It certainly should benefit the employers because they bring students into the workplace, but students need to have more awareness of what are their options when they're getting ready to graduate and get a job. So the 3 items that an employer should consider is, Mel?
Well, first thing first is workforce. An organization must know its workforce to plan its benefit options. According to the Pew Research Center, millennials have surpassed every other generation as the largest in the workforce. Does the statistic match your current workforce? Are you looking to hire recent college grads?
So let me weigh in here. The Pew Research Center, that's one of the most reputable research firms in the world, and it's really important that people know that. I've done some presentations on generational workers in the workforce. Millennials now outnumber baby boomers, and that's significant because that was the largest one. And as Gen Z moves into it, they're going to outnumber millennials. So it's really very, very important to realize how much that benefits will matter to those new workers coming into the workforce, and for the employers to really consider that. That's a lot of people out there.
As an example, Abbott Laboratories uses its 401k matching program to allow its employees to repay student loans and what would be retirement contributions, while continuing to match contributions to their 401ks for retirement. Similar to
Abbott.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Fidelity Investments offers a student loan repayment benefit to its customers through after-tax contributions from the employer. Both cases show the upward trend of student loan benefit programs for companies looking to recruit young talent.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you guys ever feel that you want to jump into a comment, and feel free to do that. Abbott is a really major company. It's a global company, and that's why it's important to look at that. This is a benefit that really very large companies can offer, but can sometimes be very challenging for the small to medium-sized employer to offer. So that's a consideration that you should consider as a student, but also as the employer. And small to medium-sized employers, don't want to have a lot of turnover in their business. There's affordable ways to bring this in as a great benefit and keep your staff in place. So we have this last section on the number 1 for the workplace. What's the last one?
With recent grads acquiring student loans at the same rate they order pizza, it's important for HR professionals to look at benefit options for young employees entering the workforce. Recruitment and retention, talent management, and company growth are important factors for student loan assistance programs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's for really the HR professionals. But again, every small to medium-sized business may not have an HR professional, so it defaults to whoever the owner of the business is, or if there's an office manager, may not have that. Company culture. So, Jonathan.
When considering a student loans benefit program, factor in organization's values and culture. Companies placing value on higher education and youth align with offering a student loan benefit program. For example, as a research and development company, Abbott hires many engineers and aims to retain them from the entirety of the employee lifecycle. A student loan repayment approach is an attractive program to young potential employees, as most want to put their degree to use while paying back the loans it took to acquire it.
Yep. So HR professionals should really weigh the costs of a student loan assistance program against other retention and recruitment efforts because, again, it goes back to like what I was saying before. You have to see, do you offer flexible schedules? Do you offer remote opportunities? I was talking with somebody yesterday that had worked with me, and their employer, it says, no, they want their people to clock in. They clock out. There is no flexibility with the schedule, and they have a lot of turnover. It can cost just to go and onboard and train people anywhere from about $2,500 to $5,000 per employee. So if you're having turnover like every 3 months with new people, that gets real expensive. Yeah. And you want to have something that is actually going to make it so that your people will stay and be in the company. I'm going to shift this one over to alternatives to Corey. And I'm saving you for the last sections. Okay.
If a student loan benefit program isn't the right choice for the business to attract top talent, other options exist. One option is to take a proactive route by preventing student loan debt in the first place. Tuition reimbursement aids employees in gaining a college level or professional degree. The entails and contractual agreement between employee and employer to help a person pay for a college degree. Certification and reimbursements gives employees the opportunity to complete certain certifications to their particular field and get reimbursed by their employer, which sounds pretty cool.
It does, right?
Yeah.
And so you guys have all been taking different certifications that you can add to your resume that happen to be free, and that's a huge benefit. So you may not have realized that there were benefits in being in the internship program that's tangible. That's something that you can certainly create real job skills, and it's not necessarily a tuition reimbursement or for a 401k or a ability to pay back a student loan, but certifications count, and that really does matter. So we're going to go into some nice transition music, right?
Coming right up.
Okay.
Artistry is a product customization tool for e-commerce stores that increases revenue, customer trust, and business efficiency. Artistry's robust product customizer allows business owners to sell personalized products in an existing e-commerce store and automate the processing of custom orders. Their website is Artistry.io. Thank you, Artistry, for being a patron of the Intern Whisper Live.
So I'm going to do a little correction on that one. It's artistry.io. And so it's not like .com, it's .io. So in case anybody's trying to find them, it's artistry.io. All right, so this is going to be you and me, Abby, here. Okay. Emeritus shared 6 reasons why student loan repayment assistance is an essential part of being able to have a really good retention program within your company. So as more and more employees are entering the workforce and acquiring student loan debt, the Federal Reserve is reporting another $1.27 trillion in new student loan debt to be added by 2028. That's frightening.
Yep, that is scary.
I don't know what the deficit is in the budget, the federal budget, but it sounds like it's right on up there. So what is that first tip that we can look at over here, Abby?
All right. That would be, boost employee commitment. Millennials, on average, owe $35,000 in student loans. Yikes.
Mine's $300,000.
Wow.
So mine's really up there.
I don't know why, but impressive.
Yeah.
3 in 10 millennials have less than $1,000 in personal savings. That is true. I I can attest to that. 24% have no personal savings. Actually,
I can vouch for that one.
Yeah.
too. Among 2018 college graduates, 69% had student loans. Employees ages 40 and older also have extensive student loan debts. Research show that workers in their 60s owe nearly,
229 billion.
I can't even say that number right. That's how much money.
229 billion.
$229 billion for college loans, or about $33,000 each. They've taken out loans to pursue graduate degrees, get additional training, or to assist kids and grandkids in earning college degrees.
Yeah, that's a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that really shows there are some employers that will offer the ability to pay for your tuition. And if you're looking for a job, you should consider that as a benefit to throw out there and use to negotiate, honestly, if you want to go back to school. Because those are really very valuable skills to be able to have, whether it's not skills, but benefits to have. So one of the things that I did when I was looking for a job, I negotiated. They didn't give me the salary I was looking for, but I said, well, I'd like to have additional vacation. They gave me 2 more weeks of vacation. So I didn't have 2 weeks. I had 4 weeks of vacation. And they also gave me some flexibility with my schedule to be able to come in a little bit later, which was very, very beneficial for me. So we need to be thinking about, can we ask for, or you should be thinking as a student, do they offer any type of reimbursement, or will they pay for that? Normally, employers will pay for that after you take the class, so you might have to pay for it up front. If you're asking your employer to pay for it, then you need to be discussing, well, what is that grade that they're expecting you to have? Because there's a return, that they're going to expect. Okay, well, if I pay for your tuition right now, we have to agree that you're going to make a B or better for me to actually not dock your pay for this. Because if you get like a C, then why would they want to pay your tuition? They don't want average in the workplace. They want above average, right? So you as the student need to be thinking about that. What can you negotiate to get what you're looking for that may not just be money? It could be different things. All right. So Mel, number 2.
Right. Lowers turnover and hiring costs. Paying off student loan debts could take employees 20 years or longer. Research shows that 86% of employees with student loan debts would commit to a company for 5 years if the employer provided repayment assistance. Retaining employees is a bonus for employers. When employees leave, recruitment experts say it costs employers 33% of the worker's annual salary to hire a replacement. Employers who spend less money replacing employees can invest in employee development. And the money employers save on hiring and training would more than pay for the cost of a student loan repayment benefit.
So let's do some quick math on that one. 33% of a worker's annual salary. That's a lot. Mm-hmm. So you may not be able to do math fast in your head. So we'll break it down more simply because that wasn't something that I knew how to do, but I've gotten way better at it. If I have a $50,000 a year salary, let's do 10% of 50,000. What is that?
What, you said 50%?
No, 10% of 50,000.
5,000.
That's right. So 30% of 50,000, just do 10,000 times, or 5,000 times 3.
15,000.
Yes. Yeah. So we would have to figure out what the 33% is. That's what a phone's for, in my opinion. But there are people that know how to do that, and it's not me. However, that's not to put us on the spot. But if you were having trouble with that, it's good to practice. Take out those old-fashioned flashcards and just like playing, okay, 10% of 5,000, just drop the 0 and it's 500. And then you go, I need 30%. 500 times 3 is 1,500. So that would be it.
It'll be around that range.
Right.
Yeah, so that's a lot of money that somebody is having to spend to go and find somebody continually. And that's why it gets real expensive. I worked in this one place where their turnover was 75% turnover. People would quit or they were fired. And it was the head of the company that was the issue. I'm not saying who that is. But it's significant, and so there is an expense that comes with that, and a company will always want to take those dollars. It's going to be much wiser and more efficient to invest it back in that person and be able to say, here, you want to go and take a workshop on project management. You want to go and attend a conference, and could be Work Human in New Orleans. Well, whatever it is, that would be a really good benefit to ask for and to negotiate with, and come back and say, well, this is what I'm going to give you in return while I'm at that conference. I'm going to be tweeting out. I'll be saying this is what I'm learning. I'm going to be tagging the company in there. They might like that because it's going to help them, the brand, the company, to get promoted more and say, wow, they're really investing in their people. Okay, Jonathan, what's the third bullet?
Enhances engagement. Workers appreciate employers' investment in helping them resolve financial worries. And employees who are satisfied at work tend to become more engaged and involved in the success of their business, the business.
So do you think that would be true?
To an extent, I feel... definitely feel like it would be harder to resolve financial worries or stuff like that. But yeah, that's a tricky question to ask. I don't know.
Well, it's something to think about. So when you're looking at all of these facts and these statistics about it, you really have to sit here and go, okay, if that company is investing money in me, that should speak to what they think about you personally. That's really where you might, as the employee, go, wow, they're spending this money. They're helping me pay off my loan. They're also investing in me to be able to be a better employee and be able to have whatever skills that you're looking to get.
Right.
That speaks volume, because there's a lot of employers that may not do that. I don't know. Anybody else have an opinion? I don't want to cut you short.
I mean, I think it's an interesting point to make, and I feel like if a company was helping me resolve my financial worries, like pay off a student loan, I'd be more inclined to, stand out and do right by the company. Maybe from a selfish point of view, maybe I just want to keep that benefit, but it'll motivate me to do better at work. And
I don't think there's anything.
Help the business grow.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with being. What you said is selfish. I think that's also just being wise, and recognizing the value of that. Somebody is investing in you. You can be investing back.
It's also very beneficial to both parties. You get a good employee who's doing right by your company, and you can completely rely on, and at the same time, then the employee's getting something more out of just a normal paycheck. He's helping put at ease that financial worry. So it's a very
kind of
symbiotic, right?
Yeah, it's a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah,
sure.
Definitely. All right, Corey, number 4.
Increase diversity. Prospect job applicants with student loans are actively looking for employers who provide student loan repayment assistance, and employers offering the benefits and finding that they are attracted to increased pool of talented, diversified workers. Few other employers' benefits provide such strong interest in open positions, and especially valuable for business-seeking workers for specific skilled positions.
One of the things that is really challenging, diversity. I think that's the key word, because you all will be looking for entry-level jobs. That's the easy thing to find. It's people that are mid to senior level that's so in demand. And it's really important, I think, to consider. This is usually what I'll say to students is, if you'll stay in place in an industry for a good 5 years, it might be in that job, it might be with that company, but it allows you to get a depth and a breadth of what it takes in that industry. Right? And an industry could be education. It might be in defense work. It could be in the healthcare industry. It could be in entertainment. It could be in any of the things that you guys have an interest in. It could be also in broadcasting. But stay in place for 5 years. Like really, really get it down so that you know what it is. And when I had worked with one employer, they gave a learning curve of 2 years. 2 years to learn your job. Because, and usually what happens is that people will jump from job to job because they get bored, whatever. But it can take a good 2 years just to learn your job. You have to learn how to work with people in other departments. You have to learn what your job is asking you to do. You have to be able to also negotiate some other items with like supervisors higher up, and then you might have some responsibilities to manage others underneath you. There's a lot that goes on. You're learning an industry, you're learning your job, you're learning how to communicate across other departments, and then just other factors that weigh into it. That's part of that diversity pool, in my opinion, of where it's staying in place and being able to learn a number of the responsibilities that come with that particular position. If you move up into mid-level, it makes you more appealing because now you, as the employee, have way more to bring into that next opportunity with the same company, or it could be with somebody different. And a lot of employers, because they don't want to have to retrain and they want to keep you in place, that's why they can offer these really great incentives. Abby, number 5.
All right. Borrowing mics here.
Mm-hmm.
It extends budgets. Every employer looks for ways to extend budgets by cutting expenses. It's the reason many employers say they cannot afford to help employees repay student loans. But if employers have a 401k matching fund program, they can use match budget dollars to assist employees in repaying student loans. Find out how you can off this benefit with Benefit Ed or Benefit
Ed, yeah, education,
Okay, I thought it was
yeah,
ED or something.
yeah, ED, yeah, but it's
Benefit Ed.
Yeah, that's the name of the company. Okay. That was also one of the sources. I've got sources in here, links to the sources, so if anybody is looking for this information, we can definitely point you in that direction. And this is a term that you may not have heard when somebody says that they want to help you, how you can off this benefit. It means like, spin it off, take advantage of it. It's a term that maybe you haven't heard very much. Okay.
I've heard the expression off this, but
yeah.
Not with that context.
Yeah, not in this context. Gotcha.
Okay,
yeah.
We're gonna off it. Okay.
Yeah, take it off the table. So extending the budget is really, really important because again, in business, we're always looking at ways that we can. Budgets will often be cut, and it's usually in HR, and it can be in training. What's really great is there's a lot of ways for people to be able to get additional training at a very low cost. We can look at Udemy, we can look at Skillshare, we can look at Coursera. There's great programs there. HubSpot offers free programming that's available. So that's an incentive in addition to 401ks and also anything that's about paying off those student loans. Gives employees flexibility. Mel.
Employees want flexible benefits. Each year, employees leave about $24 billion in 401k matching funds on the table. But with Benefit Ed, employees can choose to apply these funds towards student loan debts. Or they may elect to put half towards retirement savings and the other half toward student loan repayment. An American Student Assistance survey found that 92% of employees would take advantage of a match for student loan repayment. Another survey discovered that half of the workers with student loans would prefer a repayment benefit over extra time off.
I worked at Rollins College, and UCF doesn't offer this, but Rollins does. And if you are looking for an industry to work in, education is a great one. Rollins, one of their benefits is that after you've worked there for a year, you, your spouse, your kids can all go to school there and get up to 3 degrees each person for free.
Wow.
So when you're looking at how you can, again, reduce student loan, well, look for an employer maybe where they offer that type of a benefit. It could be Valencia, it could be, Rollins, it could be Full Sail. Those are the schools that are local here. If you're in another state and you're listening to our show, because we are distributed on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, and Podbean, look at the schools that are in your area and just see if those are benefits that they offer, because it could be a great way to avoid student loans. Many schools, if they don't offer a complete ride, they will give a reduced tuition. And so that's very helpful, to be able to take advantage of that. People do want education, but we also have to be creative with how we are reducing those debts, because this is a lot of money. And if 92% of the employees want to take advantage of a matching student loan program, that says there's a lot of people out there that have student loan debt.
Yeah.
And you can't get rid of it because it does not. It actually can be something that if you pass away, that your children. Yes.
You know what's funny? I literally made a joke about that with my mom yesterday, and I guess it's true.
It depends. Now, if the parent co-signs, that's why. So, if your parent co-sign and you are co-signing for that, and something happens to your kid, then yep, you're totally responsible for it. But if your parent,
Sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
My money.
yeah, there's no way you're getting out of that. But there are some other programs that if you work for a nonprofit or a state or a government organization, anything that's in that nonprofit field for 10 years, you've been paying your student loan consistently, they will, and you have to pay for it consistently for 10 years without missing a payment, they will forgive a certain amount of that debt. Let's say it's not the whole balance. It's not going to be the whole balance. But if you owe, we'll say $30,000, I don't know what it is, but you can definitely look it up on irs.gov. You will see what that loan forgiveness policy is, and they write off the rest of your debt. So if you're in a nonprofit or a state position, they don't often make the same salary as for-profit businesses, so it's an added perk, a benefit, where not only could there be a matching program to help you reduce what it is, but you could also have the balance of your loan forgiven. That would be amazing, right?
That would be ideal.
Yeah, ideal. Okay, so we are transitioning one more time.
Wrong one.
Yep.
Sorry about that. There we go. Love that music.
I do too. And we do have new music. It is coming. I just haven't been able to get it from Sophie yet. So
the
that
person that made this music did it when
16.
16.
She's 16 years old. She's in England. She's our composer for the game, and she's 16. She was 15 when she created the music. So the new music that's going to be coming in for the show, it's like, wow.
Yeah, I can
Definitely going places.
Yeah, I can barely.
Yeah.
I can barely strum a chord on my ukulele. And
Oh my gosh, she's
making
so
very
brilliant.
good- She's going places for sure.
Her name is Sophie Lloyd, and if anybody wants to listen to that episode, I'm not kidding. Like, that's the episode to listen to. She is so articulate. Her vocabulary is very expansive. I sit here, and then she's got that cool British accent. So you throw all of that together. Oh my God, she's amazing. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to be wrapping up here. We want to give a special shout out to Valencia College. Thank you for being able to be in the studio. This is pretty cool. It's all 5 of us in the space here. Thank you to Q. We love you. You are the station manager. And again, you helped us out again today. I always appreciate that. And great atmosphere. It's the beginning of school term, so we're going to see a lot of people. Just so you guys that are new in the studio, there will always be students walking by this window, and they stop and they look at us, and they sometimes point and trying to figure out what we're talking about.
It's really cool. I like to strike a pose. Like, yeah, I definitely know. What
Yeah,
you're talking
yeah.
about.
Just wave to them like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that earlier. Like somebody was walking past and just staring at us, and I turned around and just kept walking.
Yeah. It'll happen. Okay, so we're going to go do shout-outs. Abby, you're up.
Oh, well, as always, a quick shout out to my friends and my family, to my grandmother who always tunes in. She's our #1 fan.
Yeah.
And a shout out to you guys. Welcome to the team. It's been a pleasure, and looking forward to doing great things on the program with y'all.
Yeah. Mel, you're up.
I guess just another shout out to my sister. She's the one who actually told me about this opportunity. It was posted on the Facebook page. So,
What's your sister's name?
Kimberly.
Okay, thank you, Kimberly. Yeah. Jonathan.
As well as Abby said, I would like to shout out my parents and my family, friends, as well as you guys. I'd love to be here, and it's a great opportunity to be here.
Cool.
Thank you for having me.
Very good. Corey?
I want to thank my mom, Annie Doris Thomas. I love you. I also want to thank you guys, great minds, and Isabella. She is a very, very smart mentor.
thanks.
And I want to say thank you to Valencia College, Robert McCaffrey, and everybody that's listening. And Annie, thank you.
Okay, so my shout out goes to the software team. Thank you to the software team. We went through everything. We look like we've got a lot of the pieces in place. I'm really excited about that. We should be able to move out of beta soon. And then thank you to Katrina. Thank you to the game team. Thank you to you guys in the space here. And there's some people that, well, Jack was with us earlier, but if you're not in the room, we still are sending out that love to all of the new people, past, present, and future. So, as we say goodbye, if you want to get in contact with us, you go to info@internpursuit.tech. You can call our phone number. It's on our website. A reminder to our listeners, if you want to win this week's tickets to Mark Rilbut's, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, Rilbut's concert on Saturday, May 11th. It is at the Social at 6 p.m. You have to make a comment about something you liked about our show on Intern Pursuit's Instagram or on its Facebook page. And use the hashtag student, hashtag loans. We will reach out and tell you how you can come and get your tickets. There will also be tickets for, I put them up there earlier, but we're going to have tickets every week coming out. Social Pipes. You can find us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and on YouTube. And you can listen to us live on mixlr.com/Valencia College Radio and follow the Intern Whisperer. That's how you find us. And then again, live on Facebook.com. And as we close, we say thank you to all of our listeners and sign us out.